Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Tractorman44 here. Hey, I hope you guys didn't think just because I bought a new tractor I wasn't going to mess with any old junky stuff anymore. Actually, what this new tractor is going to do is going to make it much easier for me to get that old rusty stuff up here and work on it. So we're just not letting the missus in on this, you know what I mean? Not yet. So this old tractor here has been laying down in the woods for close as I can recollect, about 3 years. Last time we used the seat literally broke off of it. It was rusted pretty bad, and it broke the center out of the seat pan. It's just been sitting all that time. Never turned it over, never did anything to it. Now the right rear brake is stuck, the right rear tire blew out. There's all kinds of silly things that's happened to it with it just sitting there. I just uncovered it, got 2 wasp nests, I got 2 mice nests out of it. Of course, it was all under tarp and everything, you know, completely secure. But that kind of stuff just happened. So we're dragging this thing up here a little bit. We're going to get her in the shop. Looks like a little bit of rain, you know, the next couple of days. So I'm going to get to play with this other old tractor. Well, hey, I managed to get it turned around just a bit by pushing and shoving sideways and then a little bit from the front end, and I broke the right rear brake loose, so that right rear wheel is rolling again. I'm happy about that. Well, guys, here she sits, ready for a makeover. It ain't going to be much of a makeover. It's just going to be enough to get her back in the saddle and get her back here out there on a wood splitter and out here pulling wood and stuff around out here on the place. So it's not going to be any cosmetics or anything like that. We're going to get that wheel fixed, put a different one on, or maybe change this one, I don't know. And then whatever's necessary mechanically, get him back in the groove. At least I didn't get any wasp stings this year, so far anyway. Before we get started doing anything on it, I gave you a little backstory. I'm pretty short. It's not stuck from setting, you know, because it's not been setting that long. Because whenever I got this tractor, it had been setting for 10, 12 years or maybe even more without rolling a wheel. But it had ran, you know, that long ago, running a sawmill. And even for the number of years before that, it had done no farm work whatsoever. It sat there and ran that sawmill off the belt pulley for many, many years. So the tractor was probably over-revved, you know, it was probably abused and all that kind of stuff. Let sit there hammer wide open all the time with no load on it, which is not really good on these old things. I guess it doesn't really hurt them too much. But at any rate, whenever I brought it home, there was nothing on this thing, nothing mechanical on the linkages or anything that would actually move. Everything was rusted solid. So I sat there over the course of time, and every night I come home from work, I'd spray WD-40 on and just tap a little bit with a hammer. And eventually, this started moving, that started moving, everything started moving, and I'd already put a crank in it off of another Massey and rolled the motor, so I knew the motor was good or was not stuck. So all I had to do was get the linkages and all that stuff cleaned up and straightened out. So I went ahead and took the carburetor off, cleaned the carburetor and all the normal things, cleaned the points and everything, didn't change anything at all, put everything back together and then got her going, and then been using it ever since. I don't even think I even changed the original points. I'm pretty sure this is still the same set of points in this that came whenever I got the tractor. So one thing I did do is I got all the wiring and all that stuff and converted over to 12 volt one wire, 12 volt Delco one wire with an LED on the dash, so we can see whenever it's exciting and all that stuff, you know, or when it's charging or not charging. And then other than oil changes and a filter and stuff like that, that's all I've ever really done to it. This has been a real good, strong running 30. It's one of 3 that I use as a daily driver, 30. But doggone, when that seat broke off, just never had time to make the repair or to go down a death row and get one off another tractor. But I have, and so that's what we're going to do. So this is going to be the new pan and the new spring. These happen to be off of a 44. A lot of this stuff interchanges on these old Masseys, which is really pretty cool. But that's going to go on there, and then we're going to go about to business getting this thing fired back up. Don't know what it's going to require, but that's all part of tinkering with these things. And you know what? I think that's enough for this one here. I think I'm going to go saw a little bit of lumber. And you know what? This is Tractor Man 44, and I'm out here, guys.